Need some water. All right, thank you, Carol. Hi, everyone. Hi. So it's such a pleasure to be here to celebrate the mighty Sauk. And I want to ask you all if you could just give a big round of applause to Carol, Middle Susquehanna Riverkeeper, Pier 87, all the partners that are working to make this a success. Thank you. How many of you are going out on the water tomorrow? Rain or shine, right? Rain or shine. All right, we got a good group. Looking forward to seeing you all out there. I want to take a moment to thank Toyota for their generous sponsorship of tomorrow's event on the water. We're really grateful for their support. And while I'm up here, I'm also going to take a moment to thank my personal sponsors, because my mom and dad are here. So wave your hands, mom and dad. Yeah. They brought a bunch of their friends with them. It's the unruly bunch, so we're going to get cut off at some point from the bar. But also, unfortunately, my wife and son couldn't be here. I play second fiddle to Little League Baseball a lot of the time. But the upside was I got a daddy-daughter weekend with my son and my daughter, Summer. So I was really thrilled when I learned that Carol was applying to create a Middle Susquehanna Riverkeeper organization to become part of Waterkeeper Alliance. So I'd finally have a waterkeeper on my home watershed. So I grew up here in the Loyal Sauk Creek, in the Susquehanna watershed, and I remember very clearly, I remember as a boy I had a golden retriever named Ben, and we used to traipse through the woods. I would go down to the creek and swim and fish, and I would go from after school, on weekends, throughout the summer, from April through October or beyond. It didn't really matter if it was that warm to me because I knew I was happier being on the water and being down on Loyal Sauk Creek. I also remember a lot of family trips to my aunt's cabin on Pine Creek, which is also another great river, should be a great river of the year too. On Pine Creek, we used to go skip rocks, canoe, swim, fish, play cards, ride bikes, and I learned a lot about community and a lot about family. And I think all of those experiences on Loyal Sauk Creek, the Susquehanna River, and on Pine Creek really formed a foundation for my lifelong work on clean water issues. And it was when I became a teenager and was reading more and traveling more, I learned that not every kid or even every adult had a chance to do those same things. Not every child, not every adult can go down to their local waterway like Loyal Sauk Creek and jump in and have a swim without fear of getting sick. Not every child can go and just get a glass of water and drink it without fear they're going to poison themselves with toxic chemicals. And not every kid can just go down and drop in a line and catch a fish and take it home and feed it to their family without fear that they're going to poison their family with PCBs. And to me, that's unacceptable. And so that's what led me to do the work I do at Waterkeeper Alliance and to work with groups like Middle Susquehanna Riverkeeper. At Waterkeeper Alliance, we're a global movement uniting more than 300 locally based clean water advocacy organizations and focusing citizen action on issues that affect our waterways from pollution to climate change. And today we have 341 of these waterkeepers in 44 countries on 6 continents, and together they patrol and protect more than 2.8 million square miles of watershed for 1 billion people. We work with groups like Middle Susquehanna Riverkeeper because we believe that the best way to combat the global water crisis is to have trained, effective local leaders protecting their communities' right to clean water. Because we believe that the best way you can make an impact is at the local level, and then we tie it together on a global fight for clean water. So we work with groups like Middle Susquehanna Riverkeeper so they can patrol and protect the Susquehanna River. And when you see things like Sunoco dumping 55,000 gallons of gas into Loyal Sauk Creek, or you see somebody fall at the switch and dump 63,000 gallons of fracking fluid into a tributary of the creek, Middle Susquehanna Riverkeeper is the boots on the ground that's asking the tough questions and working to make sure that those responsible are held accountable. Yeah. And so I hope you all have a great day on the water tomorrow. I hope that you support Middle Susquehanna Riverkeeper. And I also just want to say there's only one Sauk, right? So you got to cherish it, you got to protect it, and don't let them mess it up. Thank you very much.